Hey, this is the one and only R-rated rugged man, and you're watching Montreality. Yeah. What do you mean, what is my story? I got a lot of stories, so you gotta ask me questions. I got 9 million stories. So which story you want? I'm the most hardworking artist in the game. Nobody works harder than me at their craft, so that's who I am. And I spent my entire life doing that. From 12 years old till today, my life was dedicated to my craft, so that's me. Special ed student, it was because of my behavior. It wasn't because of the grades, I just didn't know how to act. I was crazy, and teachers hated me, and I got in trouble, and so they put me in all the retarded people classes, self-contained and special ed. And one time I got the teachers so pissed off, they said, "Oh, you can't even be in this," so they had me in like a room by myself with like a guard. And that was my class, and they bring papers into the room for me. I didn't even know what that was. Like, is this even school? They didn't teach me. They brought me like dittos. That was my, that was weird. I had a lot of jobs. I started off, I was a carny. I worked for the carnivals. I used to travel with the carnival. I used to clean buses, the school buses. I had a paper route. I was in the paint department at Sears. My cousin Raymond owned a construction business, so I used to hammer the nails and stuff. I did whatever I could to get a little money, when I was a kid. But the carnival was my main work, like I used to travel carnival 2.5 months every summer. And when I started at like 9, I was traveling to carnivals. So, like a circus freak. Well, success in life is being happy. If you could be happy, there's so many unhappy motherfuckers in the world. Success is if you're happy. That's what success is. Because rich people ain't happy half the time, and poor people ain't half the time happy. So if you could find some kind of way to be happy in life, that's success, man. It's corny sounding, but it's true. I don't know. Chaz Kangas is a writer. He writes for the New York Times and writes for Complex and all of that stuff. And he got at me, and he's writing a book. He wants it to be an autobiography, but I think it would be better as a biography. But he said it's more commercial if I tell him the stories and we make it an autobiography. But they're in the process of doing a book about me right now. I have no idea what the fuck the book is going to be called. So, The People's Champion. How about that? R-rated rugged man, the People's Champion. No tattoos. I never liked tattoos. I don't know why. My family's all tatted up. My older sister, even my baby sister got a tattoo. My father tats, my stepmother tats. Everybody got tats in my family. But I just never fucked with tats. But my father had a star on his hand. So when my father passed, I was going to do the same tattoo my pop had. But I remember him saying one time to me, he said, "Son, you'll never get no tattoos on your hands like I did, because if you're wanted by the law, or if you try to get a job, or it's like the stupidest shit is to have a tattoo on your hand." So I was like, to have a dedication tattoo to your father with the exact tattoo he told you not to get, I said, I listen to old blues and soul, shit that relaxes me. I don't always like the rah angry shit, like the rap all day. But today I found a Rakim song I was bumping all day that was unreleased. It was called Hypnotic, and I never noticed it, but he took a swipe at Kane. He said, "I don't need to sniff no Kane to get raw," because Kane's big song was Raw. So, oh shit, Rakim went at Kane, so I was bumping that today. And then, the kid from Detroit, Elzai, he got some amazing lyrics. He's an incredible lyricist. We was just listening to a song he did called Demons, where he was breaking down what demons, with the D, the E, the M, the O, and the N, and it mean in demon, and he broke it down for the whole verse. And I was like, damn, the kid is nice. He's nice, And always classic shit too, Then when I'm, chilling out, sometimes I put on a little Teddy Pendergrass or something to relax the monster. And for my new album, I just got out the studio with Talib Kweli, and we did a really, really dope record. Me and Tech Nine are hopping on a joint. I'm waiting for his verse. He just went to Iraq and hung out with some of the troops. So he came back. We were supposed to knock out some shit. And I wouldn't mind doing a record with Elzai. I would like to work with great rappers, or if a rapper got some good flavor to him and he's a good MC, And I work with a lot of rappers I like, I just did a couple joints with Rusty Jux. I just did joints with Self-Titled. I did joints with Killer Priest. I did, everybody you know, a lot of the Wu-Tang, a lot of Mobb Deep. I worked with Coogee Rap, you know, on a couple different occasions. So the rappers I really love, I worked with. You know, I wouldn't mind doing a classic joint. Chuck D I worked with. I wouldn't mind doing a classic joint with MC Lyte, or even my idol, one of my idols, Daddy Kane. I wouldn't mind doing a record with Daddy Kane. But there's so many great artists in the history of hip hop, you know. That's why people need to stop giving props to the corny rappers out there. Well, Paz hit me up and said, let's do, because you always wear the Vietnam hats, he said to me, and I always wear the Vietnam shirts and the, you know, the little medals, and you know, a couple videos I wore my dad's medals, and he said, let's do a song on Vietnam, and I started writing it. And it was corny. It was like some Rambo shit. I was like in the jungle with rocket launchers and like, I said, you know, whatever. Stoop decided he didn't like the beat no more. So then he changed the beat and gave the new beat to us. So I said, you know what, that's great, because I don't like my rhyme no more. So then I said, how do I make Vietnam interesting when I'm a fucking, you know, 30 years too young to have been in the fucking war, you know, 20 years too young to be in that war. So I saw my daddy. So I called my father up. I basically interviewed him over the phone. I knew the story already, but for the basic, like, you know, special ops and the Huey Chopper gun shits and the ships and like a lot of the terms. And then I got my stepmother on the phone. I said, what were the exact diseases that the kids had? And she said microcephalic, cerebral palsy, cortical blind. Oh, okay, boom, boom, boom. So, you know, I interviewed them and I wrote the rhyme, and that's how that came about, you know. Oh, to be better than everybody. I got a big ego. So, you know, and rappers come hard. So, you know, if you sleep, it's gonna be 5 rappers better than you in a week. So, you know, just to maintain and be one of the best dudes out there and hurt everybody possible, you know. That's why I like hearing new rappers coming out that are dope rappers. Not, you know, the dudes that are selling 100,000, 200,000 units in a week or two, most of them dudes are mediocrity. They like to market mediocrity to the public, but if you look through the crevices of hip-hop, you find great lyricists. So there's a lot of great lyrical cats out there. You just gotta look for them. You can't go, oh, hip-hop's dead because Young Money gets all the airplay, because airplay in hip-hop. Was hip-hop dead when MC Hammer was selling 12 million records in the US? No, it wasn't dead. We was listening to other shit. That's why I laugh when people be like, the 90s was the greatest ever hip-hop. I go, well, the 90s had Hammer and Ice Baby and Tone. They had some corny shit too, you know, but they had the incredible shit too. I'm an 80s baby. I love the 80s. I think 88's the golden era. A lot of when they go, the golden era was, you know, 94. No. 88 was the best year in history, because if you look how many great albums came out that year, never in the history of hip hop has there been album after album after album in one year. I don't know why 88 did that, but there was something about that motherfucking year. And it's right before rap as an entirety became like super pop to the pop culture. And the thing that was good about Ice Baby and MC Hammer, they had all the fucking bullshit people that didn't know nothing about rap listening to them, so we got to keep hip-hop where it was, you know. But now hip-hop is trying to be the same shit. It's like, it's trying to be the pop culture that was buying the bullshit records. It's trying to make, the hip-hop's trying to make records for them on the mainstream, and that hurts. That hurts. So, you know, at least like, you know, Ice Baby was a pacifier for that, you know.
Hospitable, hittable, cool and indiggable, criminal, miracle, lyrical, take every syllable, literal, profitable, visible, women, pitiful, pitiful, visible, literal,